I just wish the black woman knew, like, you don't gotta wear wigs to be beautiful.
We know. We don't need y'all to tell us, and actually we would really like y'all to stop telling us. We would really like y'all to leave us a
I'm not listening to 5 girls tell me how to be a black girl when one of their parents had to lay down with the colonizer to give them the look that they look to tell me how to look. Baby, both of my parents are black.
Y'all need to stop letting these biracial and non-black people piss you off. Because ain't no way in hell 2 girls dressed like Tom Sawyer finna tell me what it is to be a black woman. No way.
I'm not letting 5 dressed like Thomas Jefferson tell me what the black beauty standard should be or what I should feel beautiful in or shouldn't. And that's the end of that conversation.
We cannot have honest conversations that are going to move the community forward if y'all keep dragging everybody for being honest about their experience when y'all egos and feelings get hurt.
Should biracial girls ever have any say on issues concerning natural hair? I found a video of these girls on TikTok talking about natural hair, and for some reason, most people weren't having it. This is what they had to say.
I just wish the black woman knew, like, you don't gotta wear wigs to be beautiful. You don't have to wear eyelashes to be beautiful. Like, eyebrows. Like, you don't need all that. You're beautiful, like, just the way you are. And that's not black girl magic either. Black girl magic is natural. Like, it looks way better.
Yeah. I also think that they've talked themselves into, and they can't talk themselves out of, I think they know that being natural and being with no makeup and all this stuff is beautiful, but they've been told and they've been shown, like, this is beautiful.
They've just been shown
they can't
over
get
and over.
And they just want to fit in. They just want to fit in.
That's true. I mean, that's what everybody's doing, right?
Because even, like, we've never grown up with wigs. We've never grown up with fake eyelashes. And in our minds, we know natural, you know, we know
We've
it's
always
beautiful.
been natural, right?
We know, we know it's the way to go. But we're still affected by it. We're still like,
and imagine if we hadn't grown up this way, how affected we'd be by it. Like if it was our moms doing it or our sisters or our best friend at school, like that would be, how do you even fight that alone?
And do you want to know what I wish? I wish that everyone would leave black women the fuck alone. Now, I'm going to be very cautious while addressing these young ladies because they are just that, young ladies. But if you guys will notice what they are wearing in the video, it gives uniform. I'm not sure if they are Mennonites, which is kind of like Mormon, but they are Mennonite adjacent. It's something of that sect of religion, of practice, or whatever. So they were born and raised in a certain type of ideology, and I understand that. But if you are a part of what most would consider very small group of people, right, especially when it comes to black people in this country that practice a certain type of religion, it's very small in comparison to the majority. I do not like that conversation. I hate when people have these conversations about black women because it is done often. Black women are the only ones that get talked about for wearing wigs when literally everyone wear wigs, or weaves when everyone wear weaves, and it's demonized. It seems as ghetto even when black women do things like wear braids, but somehow when you put it on a skinny white woman, it's high fashion. And I hate that y'all don't talk about how we got here, how we got to the point where a lot of black women are uncomfortable with their natural hair. We don't talk about the fact that black women are the only ones who had laws, actual laws created to prevent us from wearing our natural hair. And I know some of you are going to say, well, that was so long ago. It's not that long ago. It really is not that long ago, and things are passed down. Those same traumas, those same things. So those women who were legally prevented from wearing their natural hair, who were not allowed to love their hair, and when they did love their hair, they were penalized. There were laws literally created against them. Let's keep in mind that the Crown Act, what is the Crown Act, you ask? It was a law passed that would prevent black women or black people from being discriminated against based on their hair and how they choose to style their hair. Because guess what? That's the thing that was and is still happening. The fact that young men and young women are being expelled or suspended from school for wearing an afro or having locks versus their counterparts. The fact that I'm active duty military, as most of you who follow me may already know, it wasn't until about, I want to say 2 years ago, where we could wear our natural hair in a puff, where the uniform regulations include natural textured hair. So before that, it wasn't allowed. And then before that, twists weren't allowed. 2-strand twists were not allowed. Locks were not allowed. So now when y'all keep having these conversations about why aren't black women comfortable with wearing their hair, I don't know. It could be the laws that were created that prevented us from doing so. It's the fact that y'all are not having the conversation should be around the things that happened to us, the laws that were passed to put us in this position, why people hate seeing black women love on themselves, and that now as black women navigate natural, as black women navigate learning themselves, we should have space for them to do all of it. Because I don't need you to tell me that I look good without makeup, I look good without lashes, I look good in my natural hair. I know that. But guess what? I also like all those other things. And it's okay for us to like those things. So I really, really dislike when y'all come on the internet, or people come on the internet and be like, I just wish black women know. We know. We know. We don't need y'all to tell us. And actually, we would really like y'all to stop fucking telling us. We would really like y'all to leave us the fuck alone. If you yourself don't like makeup, you don't like lashes, don't wear it. No one is forcing you to wear it. And if as a man, you just feel like you need to come tell black women what they should and should not wear and what you prefer and what you don't prefer. See, it's plenty of women that don't do it. Go find them. Go find them. I want y'all to find each other and leave the rest of us wig, lash, makeup wearing bitches alone. I really do. Leave black women alone. We have been demonized for wearing our normal hair, our regular hair, our natural hair. They literally made laws against it. And then when we fucking assimilate, when we fucking adapt, we're still demonized. We're still talked about. We're still like, it's black women literally cannot get a single fucking break. And it gets to the point where you just want to start fucking swinging. Because goddamn.
I'm not listening to 5 girls tell me how to be a black girl when they mama or they daddy or one of their parents had to lay down with the colonizer to give them the look that they look to tell me how to look. Baby, both of my parents are black. Clock it. Let's wrap this shit up before 2025 get here. Thanks.
Clearly, people are pissed off. But I would say this, just because these girls are not fully black doesn't mean that they don't have experiences of their own that puts them at a disadvantage, having not been fully white. They may be more advantaged than a fully black person due to them, their approximated whiteness.
Y'all need to stop letting these biracial and non-black people piss you off. Because ain't no way in hell 2 girls dressed like Tom Sawyer finna tell me what it is to be a black woman. No way. It's always that specific archetype of the white mom, black dad. And it got me thinking. It got me thinking about the erasure of black people and how they're trying to whitewash our genes. And it also makes me think about that Nat Geo picture of what they predicted humans to look like years from now. If you pay attention to the picture, because it's not just that one picture of that one light-skinned girl, it's like multiple pictures of all types of people, except for really black people, because the people that you see on the list, it looks like they're mixed, but you can't really tell what they're mixed with. But you don't see a person that's like, okay, like I could tell that like you're black, like, you know, you're black. You see Asian, you see white, you see every other race, but you don't see black on there. You can also see this in a conversation around like the athletes and how, you know, once they go on stage to accept their awards, you know, their families are being shown. These mugs are white. Like, these mixed kids don't look mixed no more. They look white. Like, this looks like a white person. And to tie that back into that, you have a lot of situations that are popping up where you have these mixed kids or these even racially ambiguous people that are trying to tell black women and black people how to feel about issues that only they would go through. I don't care what y'all say, a mixed girl with 3C hair or up cannot tell a fully black girl how to feel about her 4C hair and how to feel about herself and present herself. You just can't. There's 2 different worlds. Like, it's literally a tale of 2 cities whether you want to realize it or accept it or not. And I feel like there's a lot of people that are just trying to redefine black people and redefine our culture without having black people in the room. Stop that. And to try to sit up there and say that something ain't black girl magic is crazy, because if you really knew about black girl magic, the first rule of black girl magic is to mind your goddamn business. Mind it. Now, I feel like the narrative is so tired of, oh, black women wear lashes, black women wear weed. Shut up.
And also, we cannot ignore the role that texturism plays in these kind of conversations with regards to whether or not our natural hair is beautiful. It looks like the curl texture, they better. And usually the people that end up with the better hair texture are people that are mixed. It's not going to be that all the time. There's some people that have 4C hair, but most of them are going to end up with the looser hair texture. And that is what's regarded as beautiful hair if we're talking about hair on Black people. So I understand where the frustration is coming from, because when this girl said, "Oh,
Both my parents are Black,"
it's not to fault the girls for being born mixed. I really hope it's not. I really hope she's trying to get the point of texturism and how tightly colored hair is regarded as not as beautiful. And to have somebody that has obviously a looser hair texture tell you that you look beautiful may not see what for a lot of people. But I feel like we still need the reminder, regardless of who is coming from. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, they shouldn't have any say because they have looser hair texture, because I understand, I get that point. And what I really hope this doesn't end up being is most people feeling more isolated because they don't feel like they are fully one thing or the other, or they are not fully one thing or the other. But because of that, you make them feel like they are not welcome here. And when they turn to their white family, they also feel the same. I've seen so many videos of people complaining about, not really complaining, just expressing how they never felt welcome on either sides of their family, because they're never fully good enough for each part. And I feel that's what's going to keep happening if we keep approaching this kind of conversation with such a tone. It's probably already happening, but I feel that it's just going to keep drawing people further and further away. And that's not what you want, because that's not the conversation we should be having in the first place. It shouldn't be whether or not you are Black enough. I understand the disadvantages or the advantages, but also I feel like we should stop trying to treat our hair like it's a disability. If you have 4C hair, like it's just something you're born with and now you're burdened with it. You must learn how to live with it somehow. It isn't.
Y'all are being very dishonest about the conversation surrounding those light-skinned girls and the conversation around 4C hair. They didn't tell no lies. Y'all don't like 4C hair. And the only time that 4C hair gets any love is when it's long and stretched out and styled. Any other time, y'all hate 4C hair. Y'all hate short 4C hair. Y'all hate afros. Y'all hate shrinkage. Y'all do. A lot of Black women don't like their 4C hair, and it's because the greater community don't like their hair either. Let a Black woman get on this app and say something y'all don't like. The first thing y'all gonna do is drag her by her 4C hair. It's y'all's pride and ego that is forcing y'all to admit that that's true. It's that y'all don't want to have to admit that before some biracial girls, because y'all feel like biracial women are the standard. And maybe them light-skinned girls, maybe them biracial girls don't know what it's like to be a part of the Black community. Maybe their opinions are slightly skewed by the religious background that they come from, that their white moms have slightly skewed their behavior. But I don't think that changes the message. When that other light-skinned girl got on this app and say she insecure about her 4C hair, y'all dragged her too. Which don't make sense, because y'all just dragged the other light-skinned girl saying that they don't understand. But now this light-skinned girl understands and y'all still dragging her. Y'all hate for light-skinned women to get on this app and say anything except that they're the standard. But if they get on this app and say that they the standard, y'all gonna be mad at them for that too. We cannot have honest conversations that are gonna move the community forward if y'all keep dragging everybody for being honest about their experience when y'all egos and feelings get hurt. There is a certain beauty standard for light-skinned women. People do expect light-skinned women to have loose curls, long flowing hair. They don't expect that out of dark-skinned women, but they be happy when that's the outcome, right? So how is she wrong for saying what she said? A man will be disappointed when a light-skinned girl take her wig off and there's some kinky 4C hair under there. Why y'all think Doja Cat did what she did? Doja Cat was insecure about her hair too. That's why she cut it off. Y'all cannot expect for light-skinned women to be quiet because y'all feel like the problems of dark-skinned women are more important. They are not overshadowing the cause. But I feel like if y'all keep treating light-skinned women like they are not part of our community and that their opinions and feelings don't matter and the things that they've been to aren't relevant, then it's going to cause even bigger issues within our community. It is hard to be a Black woman, to be a light-skinned Black woman, to be a dark-skinned Black woman. There is so much expectation surrounding our image, how we should dress, how we should talk, how we should wear our hair, our makeup. None of these expectations are imposed on
any other group of women. So we should at least be showing each other grace on that forefront. We are one people. We come in all different colors, all different shapes, all different features, but we are all beautiful. And I realize that racism and white supremacy has put the light skin look, the ambiguous features, and loose curly hair as the forefront of the expectation. But as Black people and Black women, we know that's not true. But we owe it to one another to listen to each other, to try to understand the other person's experience. It's imperative, it's vital that we do, that we can move forward, so that we can heal, so that we can grow, so we can move on to the next phase. Because this divisiveness, this light skin versus dark skin shit, this shit is so 2008. We should be well past that by now. Here we are, 2024, still arguing about the same shit 20 years later, for real. Are y'all not tired? I love light-skinned women. They are beautiful. Mixed race women, they're beautiful too. And yes, they're still Black. I hate that y'all feel like they not us when they claim to be us. They have our DNA. They have our blood. They have our epigenetics. They have our trauma. It's in their DNA too. The ones that want to be with us, who want to be included, we should include them. We should. I'm just so ready to move past this. Like, let's just listen. Let's be open to listening.
Privileges will always exist. They've been here. They're not going away anytime soon. Talk about hair, talk about eye color, skin color, whatever, name it. There's always a privilege for that. Best you could do is create your own privilege. Honestly, have you ever seen somebody that has literally everything you hate about yourself? They weigh more. They are darker than you would like to be, which is insane that people think that's a terrible thing to be. Anyway. But they have fussy hair, short fussy hair. God forbid anybody has short fussy hair, but they have short fussy hair. They weigh more than you do. They are darker, but they walk into rooms and they walk with this confidence. They exude this level of confidence that instantly makes everybody in that room think of them as the most beautiful thing that has ever walked the earth. It's not really about what you look like, even though there is nothing inherently wrong with looking like the woman I just described. It's not really about what you look like, but how you feel about yourself. All right? I get that it's going to be harder to keep loving the same thing that everybody tells you to hate about yourself, but try to block out the noise, the people that tell you this isn't it, this is the beauty standard, this isn't what you look like. There's a lot of people on the internet telling us how to feel and be beautiful in our own hair, how to feel and be beautiful in our own skin. Follow those people. Block out the nonsense. I don't have any problem with what the biracial girl said, but I do understand the frustration of people feeling like you stop coming at us. Stop with the black girl don't. Every single day there's something that you shouldn't, or this is why. It gets tiring, I understand, especially when it's coming from somebody that doesn't have the same experiences as you do. And whenever I hear these discussions, I don't even feel like most of the times we get to the main discussion we should actually be having around these kind of topics. It's usually, Black girls don't love themselves because they wear wigs, they wear makeup, they wear... That may be true to some extent, but you still have to ask why. Why is that the case? Are you really wearing that wig because it's a protective style? Because your hair grows better? How did other people that grew their hair before you do it? How did our ancestors do it? How did other people that don't even wear wigs do it? There's nothing inherently wrong with wearing a wig. I don't even care whether or not it's natural. It's a natural looking wig. I don't even care whether or not it's bone straight and it's colored. There's really, for me at least, there's really nothing wrong with that. It's why you decide to do certain things. That's the problem. Like, don't convince yourself you are doing this thing for one reason when it's really the other. Like, isn't it an insecurity problem? Is it really because you really feel like there's no way your hair will grow if you don't wear a wig? Is it really less time consuming? You just have to be honest with yourself, because it can be sometimes with the rise of glueless wigs. You can easily throw it on and go, but you just have to be honest with yourself and just decide whether or not you're doing this for this reason or that reason. If it's an insecurity reason, try to make sure that you deal with that before you ever slap on a wig. Or alternate until you're comfortable enough to not have to have a wig. You will still look beautiful in your natural hair the same way you will look beautiful in your wig. A great example of this is Glory King. You could never wake up one day and tell me that this girl doesn't look good in every single style that she tries with her natural hair, and also in wigs. So you can have it both ways. And please stop finding reasons why every single thing will not work for you. She may be stunning, she may be a model, she's all of those things, but so are you. Well, maybe not a model. But remember that privilege we said we're going to start creating for ourselves this year? We're beginning now.